Hello there, it's Ginge, welcome back. Today we'll be looking at the University DLC and we're looking at getting some high density buildings into the area too. I'm not quite sure where just yet. So some things I'd like to actually get sorted today is I would like to actually unlock this area and place down some university stuff over here, and then also fix this area that we did last time. And there was a fire. So without further ado, we're going to unlock this area here now. Oh god. I'm going to unlock this segment. Oh god, I can't press... If I can press the right button, I'm going to unlock this segment here for 10,000. Yes. Oh god. Scary. So what I'd like to do is actually get a area down where we're going to have the university, and then get a bit of residential setup too. Maybe carry on with our industrial area over here, and then have it all connect up nicely. I don't know. So the first one we're going to be placing is the trade school, as this is the only one we actually have any availability of. So before we get into building the campus, I just want to come back over here. We do have a large residential demand yet again. And I just want to carry this bit here on that we did last episode and make it look a bit more less odd, less random. So before we do anything, I would like to do some medium rise just out the front here, possibly a walkable city space in the center, and just some low rise just as we get into the more denser sort of area of the city. So just going to do a road off here. I think that's okay. So just gonna go over the track here and then link up with the road on the other side. There we go, I think so. Well, it's only temporary because I have no idea what I'm doing with this area. I think we're gonna have a quay along this river. I think that would look quite nice. Let me try the quay. Oh no. Oh yeah. There we go. I think that's both our keys in. It's a little bit wonky, but the river's not completely straight, so that's fine. And then I would like to delete these trees. Actually, we may have a little bit of walkable city here at the front, and then go a bit lower density over here. So this bit would act as sort of like a park area. There we go. And I'm just gonna have some walkable roads now. What ones do I want? I don't really want trees, actually. So we're going with trees at the front of the river here. It's fine. We're gonna change them to smaller trees to suit the riverside a bit more. There we go. I think that looks quite nice. And then I will extend this across the road here. See, I'm keeping this one as a white one, so it looks a bit more like of a new development, whereas this side of the river is going to be a bit more of like an older development. So you're just going to draw out the zoning across the water here, just so we don't have to place down another one of those service points. And just making sure to get rid of areas that we don't actually need, because placing this down does actually cost a fair amount of money, so we're literally limiting it to where we actually need it. And just want to place a nice big park in the center here, just sort of opposite where we have our other park, just to leave this nice big open space area. I think that would look quite nice. So we just place some high density residential and commercial. I want the front here along the riverside to have a bit of commercial, and then the other bits here to have some nice residential. There we go. And while we're waiting for that to all sort of pop up from the ground, I'm going to actually fix the bus route, make it go around the whole edge here. So we're just going to edit this blue zone here, the blue line here. Instead of going up this way, we're going to make it go right around the main highway that surrounds our towns. There we go. So the blue line now encompasses the entire sort of area here. A nice ring road that goes around, and yeah, I think that's good. So I'm doing something a little bit different with this speed build. Normally just have a little bit of music over it, but this time I'm actually going over sort of the placement of buildings and my thought process while building the university. So a bit like every single DLC, we're just going to be doing the first sort of level or two of the university, because like with industries, you only have access to like the beginning bits. With a park life, you only have access to the beginning bits. So we're just going to do an in-out road here, just a couple of basic housing, I think the first trade school, and then a couple of other little detailing bits here and there. So you can see I'm just placing some one of everything just off to the side here. That's why I love Move It, because you can just move stuff about and just sort of like adjust things and then put the parts down after. Oh god, I would struggle without moving. Oh my god. So I'm making sure to place down a lot of the I can't speak, sorry. The university accommodations, because one of the key needs to actually level up is to have a certain amount of students. I was going to say patients. We are not building a hospital. Not in this episode. So we need a certain amount of students to actually level up this place. And I think the first one is 500, and each sort of accommodation is around 150 students, I believe. So this is a trade school that we're building, and I want to build, I don't really know kind of what style we're going for here. I've actually never been to university, so I'm just going off what I have seen from TVs and films, basically. So I wanted a big courtyard here in the middle, and I thought this little library would look really nice here. And I really wanted to include the big tower from the landmarks. And I wanted to have the courtyard and the tower and the main entrance to have like a sort of symmetry. And you'll see that as we go on. I also placed down a big statue at the front. Let me know if it's a bit big. I think it's a bit big, but it's a trade school and it's like a minor looking statue. So it looks kind of cool. Yeah, a bit big, but it has like a nice important sort of look to it. Now the other side, we're going to be using the other side of the river to obviously expand the university once we level it up a couple of times and get access to a few more things. But for now, it's just going to remain empty. I do end up placing a stadium, a little bit too big. my mistake. And I do also connect this road up here because I thought I want to place this, but it needs to be placed on a road, and I didn't think to connect it to a road, and then we started getting crime problems, which wasn't a good look. Yeah, I placed this stadium here. I get rid of it because I didn't actually realize how much it cost, and little fire break. Yeah, I didn't realize how much it cost and how much it was costing per week. So we delete that in just a little second, and I actually really like merging these two buildings here together to make sort of like a bigger living accommodation sort of look. I think it looks quite nice. That's another reason why I love Move It, because you can just make bigger looking buildings with just a couple of sort of assets. And I do it again here, just to give it sort of a more important sort of look. And there are just tons of paths everywhere. Like, honestly, I really wanted there to be a good emphasis on walkability, to get students around the campus area as quickly as they can, using loads of different paths. So I go over here to make this sort of area look a bit more sporty by adding a few other stadiums. I'm trying to see sort of what I can add, but I'm not actually going to do that right now. We're going to skip that for now and delete this area, come back when we've actually got a bit more money and the campus has leveled up once or twice. So now that I've actually placed most of the buildings down, I'm just going to go into a little bit of editing here. I look to get a park down in front of this, I can't remember what it's called, a book club or a library, one of them. I just decided to make my own little plaza area here. I kind of wanted like an outdoor space where students could go and study with little bits of shade, a nice statue and some benches, and I think it turned out quite nice actually. I have flower beds going around both sides, and even have a little newspaper stand on each entrance, just sort of where flyers can be put up and billboards of events happening in the campus can be posted. And yeah, I think it looks quite nice and chill, and I would personally like to study here myself actually on a nice warm day. And then of course we're just finishing it off by placing some trees about. As you can see, I like to have some areas where there's some uniform trees where they look placed on purpose, and then some sort of other areas where the trees are a bit more random and sporadic, like this little park area here and surrounding, and then along the lakeside here we have a bit more uniform trees. So you can see the entrance still looks a little bit bare, and I did want to place that little horse statue, but I thought, that's a bit small. I went through a load of other of these statues and none of them really sort of made any sense. I have placed this one. Do let me know if you think it's a little bit big. I think it's a little big, but I think it's nice and grand, because it's our first university. I think, you know what, why not make a splash? And then some more uniform trees here out the front. I do end up adding some more red pathways to the front bit, connecting the main road to this sort of statue bit. But I think I'll do that a bit later on, and then just sort of blending everything in with trees as we finish here. So we're all done now with the build and the detailing. As you can see, our campus attractiveness is way up, and we need to attract more students, which is going to happen over time. We may need to place one or two more of these student accommodations. I don't think I've placed quite enough. And obviously enabling some of them policies there will also help with attracting some students. So yeah, that's it. I think we did a pretty good job. There's a nice little bit of symmetry there across the middle bit in the courtyard, and yeah, this is good for a start. And then obviously once we level up a few times, we can then expand the campus over to the other side. Just following our new blue bus along here, I really like this. It's a nice little route here. I just want to see them drop people off at the university actually, so I'm going to wait till it goes right back round. Oh, this new area looks so nice as well. It looks a bit more blended in with, oh, yay, we made nice city, small city. So I just want to come back over to this little area here that we worked on last episode and just sort of connect up a few more roads just to blend it into this empty area here. Then we just finished filling this in, put it onto wall-to-wall commercial, and then we just have a nice little connection for that random bus stop there up on the highway. And yeah, wait for this to grow. So just placing a couple of these little car parks down in this little European suburban area to bring the land value up. These are from the mid-century modern pack, if you like them. I quite like them, they're quite handy to have everywhere. Oh god, it's been an academic year already. So we have more attractiveness, we have one works done, and a few more students, which is always good. So we want to try and complete another piece of academic work. So I'm just going to go into this tab here and select any one of these. I think we'll go with this IT one. And I think the set price is enough. We don't have as much money, and then just press give. And then hopefully towards the end of the year, the academic year that is, we should end up with another work. Oh no, we have a death in the university. That's no good. So that calls for some paths at the front. Yay! Just want to do some nice little red pathways here, just connecting these two roads together. I think it's a nice little popper colour. There we go, and these trees are far too big. Let's change these out for some fresher, smaller looking trees. Yeah, I think that looks nice. That does the job. Ugh, look at all them people getting on and off the bus. It's amazing. They're not using my new road, my new path though. They're using this one, which is fine. Just fine. They use that path at some point, I'm hoping. So I find it difficult to sit in one place and just detail and work on one place without going to another place. So we're going to come back here and just fill these in middle bits here with some trees. See, we placed the roads not lined with each other, so we've ended up with these weird little awkward spaces here between the buildings. And I always think they're really nice places just to throw a load of trees in to the middle of, and that just covers up the ugliness of the bare grass middle bit, like this. And yeah, it just makes it a lot better, especially with these big bushy trees. Just throw as many as you can down. Let me see where we are with the academic year actually. Okay, we're almost there. So while it ends in 1 week, oh god, okay, we're at the end, but as we're waiting for that to come to the end of the academic year, I'm planning on blending this strip here into this area, and we're going to have a mixture of high and low density commercial and residential in this area. It's going to be a bit gritty, but then it's going to go out and be less gritty as we get to the outskirts here. And I'm going to try not to actually connect up with these areas as best as I can. And I would like to make this park a bit central if we can. Oh, there we go. We have another academic work, more students. Campus attractors -5. Don't get how that worked, but okay. Oh wait, that was last year. Yay! Oh wait, no. So we have everything here now but the students to actually level up. So my plan, I am going to do an off-kiltered street. I think that might be big there, yeah. I don't want to do a big street. I want to do a nice little a nice treed avenue. Like that. Oh god, that one was loud. Gonna come up from here. That, and then we do a straight line. Connect up like that. Like that. There we go. So the plan is to have straight lines coming up and connecting. That's the, there we go, 90. And then once we hit here, they will come up like that. And hopefully like this, you can see kind of what we're going for here. But I may have to make this non-curved. I'm still not 100% sure what we're going to do here, so I'm going to do the roads and then come back, I think. So this here is kind of what I was imagining. I may actually connect this road up here, just to this side road, I think maybe just to ease some connections in and out of this area, just so that everyone doesn't have to use this road here, because we do already have quite a lot of traffic here actually. And I would like to minimize that. And I would like to minimize the traffic on this road here as much as we can, so I think a nice little entrance over here would be nice. I'm just hoping that people over here don't use this road just to get over here. So I've also used these roads. People are already using them, I love that. So these roads here have the bike paths built into them. just to encourage people to use bikes to get around this area. And I think it'd be quite nice. People are already, wow, look at that. So many bikes already, I love it. So now city planning is very crucial to parts like this, especially if you're trying to use a bit of pop of height in areas. So this place opposite the park, I would love to leave buildings fairly low to the ground and maybe a bit open. I may have something nice here, like a unique building maybe just in the middle. And a weird shaped area like this, I would love to turn this into like a nice little park maybe. So I'd like to go for a more natural sort of look, so we're going to go with a nice dirt path and turn off that. There we go, that's nice, I like that. So just going to add some trees and detail in a minute. So this area we're going to be mixing in high, low density with a little bit of wall to wall, commercial and residential, and just some regular commercial and residential as well. So I'd like to place a little bit of high density residential just around this little park here. Seeing as we have some of our sims enrolling in university, I would also like the opportunity to do some office zoning, seeing as we have a little bit of industry or office demand in our city. So we're just going to go around and place some high density, low density, commercial, office and residential just around sporadically. So there we go, I've just sort of placed them all in amongst each other, a little bit of office, a little bit of commercial, residential, all sort of mixed in, just so that the Sims don't really have to travel too far to get to work. They don't have to go out of this area, basically. So we're going to let some of the buildings spawn in, and while we do that, just going to go ahead and detail this park here. Probably a time lapse, I'll be back in just a sec. And there we have it, our nice weirdly shaped park, and that's something to always take into account when you have a weird, delete that. When you have a weird shaped area, you can always make it into a nice little park. That's what I like to do. And with these weird middle areas, I'm just going to fill these in with some trees and some pathways, just to sort of and get rid of these ugly buildings. And there we go, so I've just placed trees everywhere, made it seem a little bit more green, especially on the outskirts here. So you'll see I've put more taller and more bushy trees on the outskirts and then some nicer trees in the middle here. Right, and now to add something to this big empty square here, I want something that's got a little bit of height to it, but also with a nice sort of open front area. And yes, I think this from the, is it Korea content pack? Oh no, Japan. Yes, the Japan pack. I think this fits in quite nicely here. Nice little bit of height, nice big open front area. And that took me an ungodly amount of time to to actually place that there. Oh my god, I could not decide what I wanted. Just gonna put some nice big trees here just to make it look a bit more purposely placed. So with a lot of the buildings, I'm making them historical and sort of limiting how big they can grow by doing that. And I think that's a really nice way to make your areas look a bit more unique in style and to just sort of control the way the height rises. As you can see, the outskirts are quite low, and then we've got these big tall buildings here. So yeah, just sort of oh, I haven't done these ones. Whoops. Yeah, so if you make them historical like that, they will stay looking like that, and that's, yeah, a really nice way of making a nice looking city. Oh, so I've just realised we have had a fire at the campus, and instead of deleting it, I would actually like to build the disaster response unit. So when unique buildings like this burn down in fires or whatever sort of disaster, they will send out a search helicopter, search the buildings, and then you can repair the building. And I think sometimes they actually will bring back a couple of people, so you won't lose as many people to like fires and buildings being destroyed. So I want to build a nice little helicopter area sort of in the mountains here. So I'm going to begin by flattening this area. It is already sort of like a little plateau, but I think we're going to need to make it a bit bigger because the disaster response building, is actually quite big. And then using the topography thing there we go, we can actually build a nice curvy road using the landscapes topography to sort of help us wind a nice little road down so it's not too steep. And once we built a road connection, cleared this area, nice time to place a nice straight road and then place the disaster response unit. Oh, look at that, perfection, fits beautifully. I will also like to decorate it with a little antenna. I think that may be a bit too big, that antenna. Yeah, we'll go for this nice little small antenna, just gives us a nice radius there. So this is all from the disaster DLC. It's very handy to have actually in your regular day-to-day DLC gameplay. You can see the little helicopter landing here, and little search dogs go out with people and search the destroyed buildings. It's very handy, especially if you're having as many fires as we're having here, because then they can search your hospitals, your parks. Oh, a little dog, oh my god. That's too cute. And then yeah, they find survivors too. So we should get, yep, there we go. We have a little prompt. You click on it and then click rebuild for a little bit of a cost, but it's less than the original building cost. And then the helicopters should fly away soon. Oh, so many people walking. Wow, okay, this line here is getting a bit busy. I will maybe increase the blue line buses, and possibly next episode we might be doing some more infrastructure, maybe some trains or subways, I believe. So that would be nice. That would be a fun thing to look forward to. And with the amount of fires we're having, I'm actually going to place a fire response helicopter up here too. Just move that over a scooch. There we are. I love the little beeping, that's so cool. Bring this road up. Yeah, just the helicopters can put out fires, whether that be wildfires in the forests to stop it spreading. Ideally we would place this by water, but I think it's fine up here. These buildings go well together. Connect that to water and we're done. I think that looks amazing actually. I like what we've done here. It looks very professional. Oh, look at it go. There's already a fire. Because of course there is. Then, yeah, they're going to be very busy. Yeah, see, they pick up water from the sea or from any body of water and then use that to put out some fires. So do remember, whenever building new areas, especially high density, to increase your infrastructure and your emergency services. And out it goes. Look at that. Congratulations, you got the last tree that was on fire. Well done. So we're coming to the end of the episode here, and I quite like what we've done today. I'm going to get into the cinematics now. If you did enjoy what you liked, or if I did help you in any way, shape or form, please do leave a like, and I will see you in the next one. Have a lovely day.